There's been a practice here since 1912, but we are based on the High Street, and for many, many years we serviced our clients from the High Street. But in 2008 we realised we were running out of space there, and we built this hospital here at Newmarket Equine Hospital, just by the National Stud roundabout, and we moved in late in 2008. And we're very pleased with the hospital. It gives us a lot more space, gives us a lot more ability to treat our clients, and space for future expansion, of course, which is important. We've got three primary clients, if you like. First and foremost are the trainers. The trainers are drawn here by the natural resource of the heath, and have trained here since King James I first came to Newmarket. And the natural resource there is the heath, and that's managed by the Jockey Club in a very expert way. So first and foremost, we look after the trainers, and we're very fortunate that there's a thriving training industry in Newmarket. But secondly is the stud farms, which are in and around Newmarket. They have sprung up to service the breeding industry, and that's the second part of our client base. But we must never forget the third part, which is Tattersall's. Tattersall's is an enormous auction house based here in Newmarket, and there are sales now that run throughout the year. They attract an enormous number of horses from all over the UK and beyond, and an enormous number of purchasers from the UK and beyond. So that's a very busy part of our practice, is attending the sales to help with the people buying the horses, and then to move the horses on afterwards. Well, there are two large hospitals in Newmarket, and we would look after approximately half the horses. There'd be between 5,000 and 10,000 horses in and around Newmarket at any one stage, so we would look after about 5,000 of those. Approximately 45 vets. Now, some of those are based in the hospital. They are surgeons and imaging experts, and the other vets are those who go out on the road and attend to the racing yards and attend the stud farms and the sales. So of those 45, 10 will be based in the hospital, and the others will be what we call ambulatory, out and about, serving the horses of Newmarket. And in addition to the vets, we have got about 100 staff to support the vets. Now that's veterinary nurses, veterinary technicians, the secretaries, the yard staff for the inpatients, and a variety of other people who make the hospital run smoothly. We've got two operating theatres, which means we can do two operations at the same time if we get an emergency that comes in. The operating theatres are very busy. They're going most of the time. In addition to the operating theatres, we've got an intensive care unit for those animals which are very sick. We've got some imaging modalities, which is nuclear bone scanning, which is a very modern technique which allows us to detect stress fractures in racehorses. We've got MRI, which I think many people are familiar with, but we also have a CT, computer-aided tomography, which helps us repair bone fractures. So the commonest injury we probably see is in the racehorses. They're athletes, they're competing at the limit of their physical ability, and from time to time they do get injuries. Now, we're very fortunate that veterinary science has advanced now to such a level that most fractures can be repaired and the horses can be saved for future racing or for breeding. And that's part of the skill of our team of surgical experts here, but also we rely on the imaging experts and the imaging modalities which allow us to repair the majority of injuries now. So they're the racing injuries. Then again, in the foaling season, when we have the young foals, every now and again one will get ill or will need to come into the surgery, to the intensive care, where our team of dedicated nurses and vets will look after them. And we have a good success rate now with neonatal care in the young foals.